Hey everyone, Brian from Three Geeky Dads here. Before we begin tonight's episode, I just want everyone to know that we are now sponsored by Audible. As an IT professional for a school department, I find myself behind the wheel of my car traveling between schools almost all day long, and that's where Audible comes in. Right now, I'm enjoying listening to Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, read by Stephen Fry. It's so enjoyable to hear this hilarious audiobook read by a proper British comic actor. And that's just scratching the surface. Audible is the leading provider of spoken word content, with everything from bestsellers, celebrity memoirs, and news to podcasts. Yes, if you're into podcasts, and you're listening to us right now, so we can assume you do, Audible has got you covered. Just go to www.audibletrial.com/3GD to get your free 30-day trial today. That's www.audibletrial.com/3GD to get your free 30-day trial. You'll get 1 credit, 2 credits if you're already an Amazon Prime member. That's good for any premium selection titles you like, and they're yours to keep. You also get the Audible Plus catalog of podcasts, audiobooks, guided wellness, and Audible originals. Listen all you want. No credits needed. Again, that's www.audibletrial.com/3GD. $14.95 a month after your 30-day trial. Cancel at any time. Audible. Stay informed, connected, and inspired. And now, on with the show.
Warning, incoming dad joke. Warning, incoming dad joke.
You know, I once got in a rap battle with a peanut.
No kidding.
I totally roasted him.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
It was like a pink nightmare.
Christmas has a Yule log. Not a log, I don't have a log, but it's...
All that I have, all that I've learned, everything I feel, all this and more I bequeath you, my son.
Your father was Frankenstein, and your mother was the Lightning.
We named the dog Indiana.
I am your father.
Awesome. Brian's excited about tonight's movie. Hello
Sure
and welcome
am.
to another faux shizzle episode of Three Geeky Dads, the show now ribbed for no one's pleasure, but thanks for trying us anyhow. I am Mark, and with me as always are the Belle and Biv to my DeVoe.
Derek.
And Brian.
And like that prize at the end of a cereal box, our own special prize, the DJ mugs to our Cypress Hill, Tito.
That's good.
I thought you'd like that. Did a lot of research. Thank you, Google. Tonight, I'm so white. Tonight we'll be reviewing the movie about a struggling rap artist who wants his chance to shine in the spotlight and make the big time. A young man from the streets who overcomes his rough home life, defies the odds, and battles his way to the top to become one of the all-time greats in the art of hip-hop. Eminem, a.k.a. Marshall Mathers, tells his story in the biopic that covers his rough beginnings to becoming one of today's most celebrated hip-hop artists of our time, and the embodiment of how an artist, through strength and perseverance, can go from zero to hero to... Uh-oh, wait a minute, hold on. Yes, of course, we're talking about Cool as Ice, starring the ultimate white bread of rap, Vanilla Ice. And by now, if you've been listening through the month of April, we have been celebrating a month of April Fools with these ridiculous double crosses. And for all our listeners out there, we're sorry. Very sorry. But not sorry enough that we're going to stop doing it or anything, because we won't. This episode is covering one of the strangest movies out there. It's not really a biopic. It's not really an adventure. Heck, we're not really sure it's a movie per se. It's a thing. A thing that needs to be talked about because it's out there. And speaking of out there, our own crazy kook of culinary kid cuisine, Brian Ravioli Ramsey, has prepared a yummy appetizer that is to the extreme.
Okay, here you go.
Oh, you brought me meatballs, huh? Oh, man, look at that. Look at that. That's a good meatball.
Brian?
Thank you, Mark. So rappers. Eminem's the name of a rapper. It's also the name of a candy. That comes in a wrapper. What does all this mean? We don't know. For tonight's appetizer, we're going to be taking a look at some of our favorite rappers who have turned to acting. Who's going first this week?
I think
Derek.
Oh,
Yeah.
Derek, yeah.
All right, I'm going with DMX. He was awesome he was in a few movies, big movies, and then he did a bunch of like smaller flicks. But the big ones that he did were awesome. Exit Wounds, Romeo Must Die, Cradle to the Grave, and Belly. He's just entertaining as hell. I've always found him to be entertaining. His music, his feuds with Ja Rule and Jay-Z, and these roles. So he stands out.
He's
Rest
great
in
at Belly.
peace.
I'm a
Rest
big
in
fan
peace.
of.
Oh, he's dead?
Yeah, he died.
he
just,
just died recently.
last year,
Yep.
year and a half ago.
Wow, that recent?
Yeah.
That's probably
That's
why
right,
I
he did.
yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So recent. It hasn't caught up to me yet.
Yeah.
He's very good in Belly. I love one of my favorite DMX lines in a movie is when Nas is like, "When's the last time you read a book?" And DMX is like, "Never, motherfucker."
Yeah.
Best line, best DMX line ever. He's driving a car. Never, motherfucker.
Nice.
LeVar Burton cried at that part.
All right, so my first pick is Mos Def, who goes by the name Yassine Bey. I've always liked this guy. I think the first time I saw him was in The Italian Job. And he was also in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy playing Ford Prefect. And that was pretty controversial at the time because it was a black actor and Ford is written as a white character, but I think he was perfect. I really liked his take on the character. He was also in 16 Blocks and Monsters Ball, among others, and I've always liked him.
Yeah.
I think he's a hell of an actor. Like to see him do more. He seems to be really choosy about his roles.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything in a while.
No.
I think he's actually in a movie. I can't remember. I was looking him up the other day.
Oh, like
He did that. You ever see that movie he did on HBO with the Alan Rickman, where he plays like the man who invented like the artificial valve for the heart?
No.
But he's not allowed.
Yeah.
It's like at John Hopkins. He wants to be a med student, but he can't. And Alan Rickman is an actual doctor, and he's actually teaching Alan Rickman how to do this thing, but he never gets the credit for it.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It was like an HBO original.
Wow.
But yeah, that was a decent one.
Based on a true story, I take it?
Yeah. I picked roles.
Roles?
An actor role, not specifically
Oh.
a rapper.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That's fine too.
Okay.
There's no wrong way.
All right, perfect. Because I feel like somebody's gonna pick this guy, but I really like this role, and it's Scotty Appleton as Ice-T from New Jack City.
That's my number one.
Is it? Ice-T from New Jack City?
I love it. No, let you do it.
This is my favorite Ice-T role. I think he's fantastic in this movie. It's a really fun, gritty film with some great. I feel like you would love the soundtrack too. You should be a fan of it. It's got that, like New Jack Swing kind of Belle Biv DeVoe style to it, which is really, really good. A young Chris Rock, Judd Nelson, for reasons that I can't explain, is in this film.
They needed an Italian.
They needed an Italian
because they butcher some
I was
Italians
Paul White
in
Trash
this movie.
Pookie.
Yeah.
I was Paul White Trash Pookie.
Yeah, they call them the Cash Money Brothers. Oh God, that movie's so good.
It's very good. But this is like I think this is the first role I ever saw him in, and I was very excited to see a rapper act. So yeah, I went with Scotty Appleton Ice-T.
Nice. I'll get back to that. But my first one here is Snoop Dogg, most notably for Starsky and Hutch.
Huggy Bear.
As Huggy Bear. And also his horror anthology movie he did, Bones, which is fantastic. There's really not much to say. How can you not love Snoop Dogg? He's just fucking awesome.
He's just Snoop Dogg, man.
He's laid back with his mind on his money and his money on his mind.
He was great in that Vampire Hunter movie that was on Netflix.
That's
last
right.
Oh
year.
yeah, day shift, right?
Day Shift.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a
with
great
Jamie Foxx.
movie. That is a great movie. And you know what?
Yep.
He was the best part of that movie.
He really
too.
was.
Yeah, I love Snoop Dogg. Always
Cowboy
have.
hat wearing Snoop Dogg.
He was
killing
cousin.
vampires.
He was cousin
What's not to love?
in the new animated.
That's right.
Addams
He did
Family
the voice for
movies.
Cousin
is he
It.
really?
He's
Oh,
cousin
that
It.
I didn't know. Wow. See? He never ceases to amaze me.
And he's good friends with Martha Stewart in real life.
Well,
So
Yeah, they're just making
Yeah.
money,
Yeah, tons of money.
they're making wine together, aren't they?
all that,
Making babies together.
making babies, money,
Ooh, little puppies.
hand over fist.
They're making little puppies. Yeah. No, Snoop Dogg, always been a fan.
Nice.
Number 2?
I'm gonna go with Donald Childish Gambino Glover.
That was on my list.
Good one.
He's played Lando, Simba, Miles Morales' Uncle Aaron in Spider-Man: Homecoming, and of course Troy Barnes on Community, and multiple awards for Atlanta.
He's also in The Martian too, which is one of the ones I had. Didn't see
I
that one?
still haven't seen that yet.
that was a good
I never
one.
saw The Martian.
Yeah.
No?
He's in that?
But he's awesome.
Was that me?
He's a powerhouse.
Super talented guy.
Yeah, very talented, and a talented rapper too. Like his
Oh, his
stuff
music
is
is
really
very
good.
entertaining, and a very good singer.
Yep.
His last album, I think he's making like one more album, but his last album was pretty amazing. He's got a phenomenal voice.
Okay.
Do it.
I'm going with Common. Donald Glover was also on my list, so my number 2 is Common. I've talked about the show before. It was on AMC back, I think it started in 2004 or 5. It was called Hell on Wheels.
Yeah.
And it starred...
Jason Momoa, right?
No. It starred Cole Meany, and it with the guy that's Captain Pike now on the Strange New World show.
The strange name.
Anson Mount.
Thank you.
Anson Mount. I know it's a strange name, and it was escaping
Black
me.
Bolt.
And yeah.
You want to know how to? You want to know how to
Blackagar Boltagon.
Yeah, you want to know how to kill him? Mr. Fantastic will tell you. Stupid scene.
That was a great show. Common was on it for I think the first 2 or 3 seasons out of the 4 or 5 that it was on, and he was great in every scene he was in. He also had a big part in John Wick Chapter 2. He was in Smoking Aces. He was in the movie Wanted with James McAvoy and Angelina Jolie. And he was in the 2016 Suicide Squad, but we won't hold that against him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
He was Monster T or something.
Joker. She's your lady.
Yeah.
That's a terrible scene.
I don't want. No, doesn't he say like I don't want no beef?
You don't want to beef? You don't want any beef? Yeah, it's a terrible, terrible fucking scene.
I don't know much about his music, but he's a hell of an actor. He's got a hell of a stage presence too, and I'd like to see more of his work.
Way back, he was talked about to be Green Lantern.
He was cast in
Really?
Yeah,
that would have been
George
cool.
Miller.
In that one with Arnie Hammer. And,
Yeah.
He was cast in the
Yeah,
George
yeah.
Miller.
That would have been good.
Yeah, it would have.
Justice League film.
Yeah, he's a hell of an actor.
My number 2 is Tupac. It's Bishop from Juice. One of my favorite Tupac performances outside of Gridlocked, but I think we did something similar to this, and I picked Gridlocked already. But Tupac is phenomenal in this movie as a fucking sociopathic high school kid who's trying to kill all his friends.
Wow.
And just a really good actor who is awesome in the things he did, but a lot of the things he did aren't awesome. Like some of the movies he made,
I get what you're saying.
Good, but like Poetic Justice is fucking awful. And,
But he made the best of a shitty part.
Yeah, but he's very good in those roles. And he made that movie with Jim Belushi. I can't remember what it's called, but it's not very good.
Well, it's a Jim Belushi movie.
Yeah.
K-9?
No, I can't remember. It came out around the same time as Gridlock. But yeah, I think he's phenomenal in this film, and it's a great movie.
Nice.
Cool. I'm going with RZA, most notably for Californication, where he also plays a rapper turned actor in a zombie apocalypse movie that David Duchovny's character is writing for.
Nice.
So I love this guy. I think he's hilarious. I think he's a really good actor. He's been in The Dead Don't Die, Funny People. Ton of stuff, and he's hilarious in everything.
He made that movie with Batista. What was it, like Legend of the Iron something? Where
Legend of the Iron Fist?
Maybe. Where his
something.
hands are like stuck in these metal gauntlets.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's in that too?
Yep.
Yes. So that's my
that was a
number
weird
2.
movie.
Tarantino produced that, right? Or helped,
I think so.
At least distributed it.
That sounds right.
Yeah, cool.
I'll Google search that.
That's all I got.
I was gonna say Mos Def as well, but I'll go with Queen Latifah.
Sounds like you and I had the same list. Because I was just about to pick Queen Latifah.
Oh no! Yeah, I love her. I think she kind of, when I was younger, she reminded me a lot of my aunt, one of my aunts, and I think she's done a great amount of roles where they're all different. She's not always the same person, even though by default you kind of want to cast her as this tough straight chick, and which she plays. I mean, she's on the Equalizer show. She's like the female.
Yeah,
version
my wife
of the
loves
character.
that one.
Yeah. But I loved her, and she was awesome in Chicago. There's a holiday movie called Last Holiday.
Oh yeah.
And it's so great. Yeah. Like, she makes me want to cry in that movie.
She was in a movie with Common. I can't remember what it's called, but it doesn't matter.
Bringing Down the House was a good one too.
Oh, was that the one with Steve Martin and Eugene Levy? Yeah, I did like that movie.
Set It Off. One of her.
Oh yeah, with Jay with.
Set It Off with.
I don't want to say her. I'm not going to say her name. I'm going to keep it out myself.
The chick from The Nutty Professor.
There's like a fox, isn't it? I forget who the fourth girl
she's also in Sphere. Remember Sphere or The Sphere, the Michael Crichton movie?
Oh, yeah.
With Sharon
Dustin
Stone.
Hoffman and Sharon Stone.
Oh,
Queen Latifah's in that. She gets killed by the jellyfish.
Oh, she would.
Yeah. God damn it, Queen.
I watched the movie recently where she Hustle with Adam Sandler. Where she plays his wife.
Huh.
She was really good in
Wait,
that.
Hustle with Adam Sandler?
Yeah, it's called Hustle, and he's a basketball scout. and he finds out.
Oh, yeah.
Is this one of his new ones that he did for Netflix?
Yeah.
I saw.
Queen
I'm
Latifah
thinking
plays
of
saw
The
a special
Hustle.
on that. I saw a little news story.
I was
on
thinking The Hustle. That's
The
the
Hustle?
one with
Hollywood Hustle?
no, it's a female version of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was with Anne Hathaway and Rebel Wilson.
Oh, no
Oh,
shit.
I remember that.
Yeah,
Of course.
but it's
it,
called
but-
The Hustle.
Okay.
We can't forget her awesome cameo as the Oracle in Scary Movie 3.
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And Don,
And didn't she do
not
the movie?
Don,
Did you
Eddie
mention
Griffith
Beauty
Jr.
Shop?
is
Like
No,
one
I
of the
didn't.
barbershop
That was-
movies?
yeah,
Yeah.
The
the
Morpheus.
spin-off.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, Beauty Shop.
Eddie, yeah. So Eddie Griffith
Griffin.
Jr. is Morpheus.
There's no junior,
and-
just Eddie Griffin.
Why did I think that was a junior?
No,
Weird.
because
Okay.
he's so small.
I wonder why I thought that was.
Sammy
Anyway,
Davis
Eddie
Jr.?
Griffin. Yeah, maybe I
He
screwed it
looks
up.
like Sammy Davis.
Oh God, I hope not. I hope I didn't make that.
Did you get a glass eye?
No, but
Anyway, he
like,
plays Morbius though, and Queen Latifah's Oracle, and it's funny.
All right.
Right.
All right. So, seeing as how Derek and I pretty much had the same list, I'm going with Ludacris from the Fast and the Furious franchise.
Oh, Taj.
Yeah.
Taj?
Taj.
Taj?
Tej.
Taj? I think it's Taj.
Tish.
Tej.
sounds right.
I think it's spelled Tej.
Luda.
Eddie Griffith,
Taj.
Tej.
Junior.
Junior,
Yeah.
Tess Junior.
Has he been in other ones?
I was trying to
like
segue
other
you
movies
back
other than
into-
the fast movies.
He was in Hustle and Flow and Empire.
And he was, you know what? He was an elf. He was the head elf in, the elf DJ in Fred Claus.
Fred Claus.
think
Is that the
I
one with
saw
Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn?
Yeah.
His
Yeah. I don't know
brother?
if I saw that one.
Paul Giamatti, Jr.
Oh, you know, he's in a movie with Queen Latifah that I want to see. End of the Road, I think it's called.
Oh yeah.
See a trailer for that? Yeah. They're like on a road trip across the country or something.
Oh,
Queen Latifah, she always comes back.
I thought that was the Boys to Men biopic.
Oh,
You know, Michael Jackson thought that was a delivery service.
God, it's for the children. Ludacris was.
I had the Motown Philly.
Fun fact: Ludacris was Ice-T's stepson in Law and Order SVU. So
Oh.
there you go.
really?
Yes.
I would have been
Wow.
more
He was
impressed if it
Olaf
was his
and
actual.
Rola's stepson?
Not a nice guy in that show, unfortunately.
Luda?
Luda. He was anything but ridiculous.
Luda the Buda?
Or ludicrous.
Hey, Luda the Buda.
Hold the head steady. I'll milk the cow.
Ludicrous B. What do you got? What's your number one?
I can't. I'm
we were
surprised it
counting
took this long. Ice Cube. Fucking legend. Ice
Who?
Cube. I went Doughboy from
Machine
Boys
Gun
in the
Kelly
Hood.
who?
Oh boy.
Ice Cube, Doughboy from Boys in the Hood.
a
I think
runner-up
Ice
for me.
Cube is like really fucking outside. Besides the ices, not including vanilla, really kind of made it okay for rappers to be actors.
Yeah.
You know, Ice Cube
true.
Yeah.
he's okay. He's phenomenal as Doughboy. It's the part he was made to play.
Mm-hmm.
I watched 21 Jump Street. I love that movie.
Yeah, me too.
The other day, and every time I watch it, he gets funnier and funnier.
He really does.
He is funny.
Single time.
He's even better in the sequel, 22 Jump Street.
Yeah.
When they have more money
Hilarious.
and he's back there saying, I got alligator shoes on. You can't even see the motherfuckers. He's standing behind his desk. I'm wearing alligator shoes. $5,000 shoes. You can't even see those motherfuckers.
When I'm talking to him, I'm talking to him. When I say shut the fuck up, I'm talking to you. Alright? So funny.
Show some respect, you racist motherfucker. That's Korean Jesus. Vietnamese Jesus don't want to hear your shit.
Jesus, I got time for your problems.
Look at him over there,
He
dripping
busy.
swag.
He busy.
You forgot Anaconda, by the way.
Anaconda.
There's
Oh,
snakes
yeah.
out there this big. Come on.
The barbershop
Triple,
movies.
Triple X, State of the Union.
State of the.
that's
yeah.
right.
You ever see
That's
the
right.
third one?
Yeah.
When he comes back at the end and
Return of
saves
Xander. Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Cube saves everyone.
Of course he does. Of course he does.
Like, oh, you're gonna bring this big dumb asshole back? All right. Well, I'm gonna save the day in the end.
Which big dumb asshole? You got to
I was talking about
That's my
Rude.
number one. What do you got over there?
Yeah, as I said, mine is Ice-T, New Jack City, anything. I'm a huge Ice-T fan. Always have been. Always will be.
I like a little lemonade in that.
Little lemonade in it.
Make it Arnold Palmer.
Yeah, man, that's what I got. I've
He's great. Did you end up watching Surviving the Game?
no, I'm gonna now. Yeah, you know what I ended up watching was Ricochet because we were talking
Oh,
about
yeah,
it,
he's
good
in that.
flick.
and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
I had
We did
seen
that.
it, but I had not.
It's weird, right?
It's like you know what it is? It's a superhero movie a comic book movie without a superhero in it.
Yeah.
But Ice-T saves Denzel's ass, and that's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
and I love John Lithgow in it.
Yeah.
That is a great movie, but it is a what the fuck kind of movie.
Yeah, it's very like, what's going on? in this
Yeah,
movie, John
I
Lithgow?
don't. I thought I had seen it
Fucking weirdo.
before, but I hadn't. I'm glad I.
All right.
Yeah, I want to
Nice.
see it again. But yeah, I do want to see Surviving the Game. Fucking Tank Girl, big SVU fan, as I say all the time, and I just like him. But New
He
Jack
was in
City,
Tank Girl?
he was one of the
Yeah,
Rippers.
Oh, yeah.
The Rippers.
I
Yeah.
still haven't seen
The
that.
one that
I
looks
used to
like
be a
Ice-T.
cop.
He looks like an Ice-T
He looks
kangaroo.
like an
Yeah.
Ice-T kangaroo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hilarious.
Google it.
Oh, is it Johnny
Kill
Mnemonic?
him. Johnny Mnemonic.
I like him in that. Yeah, Ice-T
Yeah,
was a
dude, I
kangaroo
just-
with dreadlocks.
And I like his music too. I like his style. Yeah. But New Jack City was the first one for me that really introduced me to him. Appleton.
Oh, jeez, yeah, you're not kidding.
This big biscuit head. It's my favorite. My favorite line in that whole movie. I don't know why. It's just like how he says it.
So that was it?
Runner, yeah. Any runners up, real quick?
I mean, Most Def was on mine.
Mos Def.
Eminem. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
the Psych Out. That
Yep.
we did
We have the Psych
tonight.
Yep.
I-
But I do like 8 Mile. I thought that was a good movie.
it's a fun
Maybe
movie.
someday we'll actually talk about it.
I went Kid and Play. Just I'm a fan of that.
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
The first two and Class Act.
And the
I
Fat
thought they were
Boys.
pretty
One of the
good.
Fat Boys in
Disorderlies.
Disorderlies.
Disorderly.
Right?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Disorderlies.
Forgot about that one.
Yeah.
I had LL Cool J and Deep Blue Sea. I also had Eminem and Funny People. He has that great
Oh,
cameo
he is good at Funny
where
People.
he
Yeah,
yells
yeah.
at Ray Romano because
Yeah.
Ray Romano's trying to take a
Yeah.
picture of him. He goes, "Yo, Ray, do you want to fuck me? Come on." Can't go into Target. Can't go into Best Buy. Ice Cube and Boys in the Hood was a runner-up. And, of course, Bismarcky and Sharknado 2.
I didn't see
Has to be-
Sharknado too.
No, you did not miss it much. However,
He was very good. What was that show that he had for the kids? For the
Bismarcky?
children.
Bismarcky.
Yeah, Yo Gabba Gabba.
Yo, Gabba Gabba.
I
That was
remember Yo
Bismarcky's show.
Gabba. It was?
Yeah, he came up with the idea for it.
No, that makes all
Really?
the sense in the world.
Really? We just talked about Yo Gabba
And I
Gabba
think-
earlier with
and
the
I-
Yo Gabba Goo.
And I
DJ
think
Lance, Yo Gabba
Cool, yeah.
Capicola.
Yo Gabagola. All right, shall we get to the main? Good appetizers,
Absolutely, yeah.
everybody.
Let's do it.
Lots of good
All right, here we
rappers.
go. Time for the main course.
Rooney.
Rooney.
Will you stop that, please?
All right, stop, collaborate, and listen. 3GD's back with a brand new edition. Somehow this movie got made. Hope all the actors got really well paid. Did it make sense? Hell no. Nevertheless, this movie's a go. Motorcycles, bright clothes, and rap. Convoluted plot. No one gives a crap. A hot girl's in it, easy on the eyes, and of course the father's from Family Ties. Vanilla Ice is trying his very best. And isn't that the dude from Cuckoo's Nest? The movie's got gangsters who kidnap with glee. We also have sounds from Mario 3. If you have a problem, don't change that dial. Our Coolest Ice show will make you smile.
Oh, that made me smile.
All right,
That was.
babe.
How long you had that on deck?
I
for?
know, right?
Nice.
I wrote that.
Ever since he first suggested this movie,
I had
Yeah.
this at the
How long have we been
ready
doing this podcast?
almost 5 years.
for 5 years. Ever since we introduced the drink till it's good, and ironically, we're not doing it for a drink till it's good.
Because it's too good.
No, it's not good at all. This movie is fucking awful, but I love it. I love it because it's one of those fucking awful movies that I love. I'm fascinated by this movie. Every time I see it, I wonder what goes through the minds of everybody who made it. I wonder what went through the minds of everybody that took the role in it. I wonder where the writers were, who the writers were, what the writers were, and where
they're
were the
writers.
writers. Yeah. I mean, this movie is all over the place, and it's just got everything you want in it. It's got motorcycles, hot girls. It's got Vanilla Ice music. It's got gangsters. It's got Michael Gross from Tremors and Family Ties too. This movie is just a shit show of surprises.
He looks so weird without a beard.
He looks
Yeah, he
pretty-
kind of does.
yeah. And yeah, well, I'll get to it. That's my opening
your
thought.
opening
A
thoughts?
horrible movie that I love. Derek.
I thought what's his name was cringy in Manos.
Torgo?
Torgo.
Torgo, recipes.
This movie had me cringing so bad, mainly because we'll probably go into depth with it, but I mean I grew up in this was my era, and I remember thinking how cool Vanilla Ice was.
Same.
Boy, was I wrong.
This movie
was wrong. But
worse than man.
But like, I mean, I was one of the cool kids on the bus that knew all the words to Ice Ice Baby. And
Did you dress like him too?
No, not
Okay.
quite. Probably because I had a good mom.
Wait a minute.
He did want his hair cut that way, though.
Did she let you buy to the extreme?
No.
Okay, she
No,
was
I
a good
got, I
mom.
got a
Okay.
copy. I got a copy from someone else. But yeah, oh god, yeah, cringy, just cringy.
More than Manos?
More than Manos, dude. I
yeah.
like
Crazy. Manos made my skin
and,
crawl.
and honestly, I think
Yeah.
it's because I lived it. Like because
Oh, I see.
like
So you're more ashamed at yourself.
totally,
Oh,
totally.
okay.
Like, oh my god, how did we think that this was cool
As ice.
Brian?
You pretty much said it all, Derek. This movie was horrible. I was struggling to stay awake. Actually,
fall asleep.
I really
He
wanted
did.
to
We were-
succumb to the.
I fell asleep for the climax, which is usually the case.
Age old tale. Right?
Siobhan is very disappointed.
I fell asleep for the.
Put on Cool as Ice, man.
Yeah, no, it wasn't good at all. Vanilla Ice cannot act to save his life. He can barely sing to save his life.
God, yeah.
It just makes you wonder what they were thinking. It was obviously just a cash grab at like what they thought was hot at the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
And let's throw this at the wall and see if it sticks. Well, they threw it at the wall and it just stunk.
Because he was one of the biggest things going for
Absolutely.
a New York Minute, and
Yeah,
Literally.
Yeah.
Like there was this, Ninja Turtles 2,
Yep.
and
and
that
then
was
nothing.
it.
Yeah.
And then he came back and made cameos. In
they
Adam
forgot
Sandler
how
films
long. I
and
think
shit.
they put their money on.
Well, wasn't he
him
on like
being-
those VH1 like
Surreal Life.
surreal
Yeah.
life shows?
But like
Surreal
way
Life.
down the line.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He kind of faded
Yeah,
into
big
obscurity
time.
until he popped up again on that
Well, he
with
got into like the
Gary
rock
Coleman.
rap thing, but he didn't really take off like Limp Bizkit or those other guys did.
Oh, that was
Because
yeah.
there's like the harder version of Ice Ice Baby that he does, and then he did some other music.
That's
on there.
actually
Yeah.
pretty good. The metal version of Ice Ice Baby, I actually kind of like that.
I bet you do.
Not gonna lie.
Who does that?
Vanilla
Vanilla
Ice.
Ice.
Oh, he does his own.
Yeah, if you
version.
start doing
Oh
like,
yeah, no, go listen to
He
any...
covers his own song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to, well, why not? He stole from everybody else. He can steal from himself.
Queen.
Hide your Queen samples.
Theirs goes dung 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 dung.
Yeah.
Mine's goes dung 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 dung.
Talk to, if you ever want to, listen to him on a podcast that has him on now, like We Hate Movies or something like that.
Yeah.
He rips into the stuff that he used to do.
Yeah.
Really
As well he
bad.
should.
As he should
Yeah.
be. He should be embarrassed.
He's got
Yeah.
no delusions. He's like, well, but he got a lot of money out of it. So
They said he got $1 million
whatever.
for this movie.
Yeah.
They said they paid him $1 million for this turd.
I think they thought he was going to be cooler for
As
a lot,
Ice.
for a lot cooler as Ice for a lot longer.
Yeah.
And
He just ended
because
up
I remember by the
chilly.
time this movie came out, like we just didn't give a shit about him. No one liked him anymore. So
No,
it was
it
like
was-
no one went and saw this movie because he wasn't it
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
It's like they forgot. Oh, it takes a while to make movies.
Right.
So
It came out a month too
Yeah.
late.
Yeah. Yeah. His star had already faded by that
Yep.
time. No, that's pretty much it, man. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, I really wanted to see this in the theaters, but I didn't because my mommy didn't take me.
And you had taste.
Yeah,
You
I
saved
saw something
$5.
else instead. I don't remember when it was like $5. It was so cheap.
Yeah, that's why I said
But it was expensive at the time.
to us it was expensive.
right.
Yeah.
But now $5 won't get you anything.
Mm-mm.
And it's funny that we April Fooled everyone with 8 Mile because it took so long for a white rapper to kind of get respect in rap.
yeah,
Because of it?
because of the
Because of
damage that he did. Yeah,
Vanilla Ice.
absolutely.
Thank God we still had the Beastie Boys because
True.
we
True,
would have
true,
been a
true.
lost cause
But they
completely.
predated him, so they had the respect
That is
before.
true, yeah.
He's no Marky Mark, but come
Very
on.
Yeah, he's
People
no
are.
Marky Mark. That didn't help either. Yeah, this isn't. I remember. I think I saw this in high school. I was very like, oh, it was on VH1, and I was like, oh, I always wanted to see it. And back then, I thought it was like ironically fun. And now I just think it's really, really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know why they made it. I know why they shouldn't have made it. I know why we shouldn't be doing a podcast about it. I know why
Agreed.
we are doing a podcast about it.
Me too.
You're welcome.
Yeah, but you know what? If you've never seen it, it's a fun watch with a bunch of people. It's I wouldn't sit and watch it alone.
No.
but
Yeah.
you get a bunch of friends together who grew up at least like a bunch, or even I feel like my kid and his friends would watch this and find
Laugh.
it ironically entertaining like I did when I was a kid. But yeah, it's a stupid movie.
If you were a youngin'
For
in the
stupid people.
'90s and you want to watch it and look at how because the '90s throws up all over this movie.
Oh, hell yeah.
Totally.
In all the worst ways possible, with the exception of the chick from the Home Alone, who's
Well, she's
the
got a
hero's
little bit of
lady.
that, like the dresses she wears,
Yeah.
like the biker short under
Yeah.
the sundress
She's
kind of deal.
hot
She's
in this
got a
movie. She's fine.
She's a lot,
different
she's a lot.
neighborhood, but
Yeah.
similar.
Kristen
still
Minter?
Very 90s.
Yep, Kristen Minter.
I think that if you grew up in that time, you can go back and have a laugh because, much like Derek said, you're going to remember that you thought this was good. You thought this was cool at the time. And when I rewatch it, I rewatch it as a I was a child of the '80s, but I was a teen in the '90s.
Yeah.
So this was like, oh, this is what tough people. This is what rap is. Before New Jack City entered my life.
This is what tough people do.
So this is what rappers
They
do.
drive to the middle of the world. And the country.
But I was happy to see, as somebody that liked rap, white guys can rap. I don't think I would do it like this, but they can. It gave me permission to
the
enjoy
high
it
top
more.
fade. So
Yeah.
I wrote the years down for the movies that I picked in our appetizer. New Jack City 91, Juice 92, Boys in the Hood 91, House Party 1990. They're
All
all
around
like
this time.
the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So like they were making movies with good rap,
Yeah.
with good rappers in them.
Yeah.
And then somehow they did this, and I just don't understand. Like
The nipples on the
they
bat
could have
suit,
figured
man.
something out. Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like there's something there. It's
Well,
just a
it seemed
stupid,
like they,
stupid premise.
It seemed
Yeah.
like they didn't know. They wanted Vanilla Ice, but they didn't know what they wanted him for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't know what to do with him.
It's like, well, we can't do a biopic because he hasn't been around long
No.
enough for anybody to appreciate the biopic. His music is catchy for kids, but it's, let's face it, it isn't that great. So we can't just have it be all that. We need something else. So I feel like they just tried to come up with as many ideas as possible. Let's put motorcycle stunts in it. Let's get gangsters involved in it.
Yeah.
Let's have a subplot with the father from Family Ties because he's happening right now for
and
some
witness
reason.
protection.
Yeah, and
it's
then
fucking stupid.
and we'll have the guy from Cuckoo's Nest and his crazy wife, and they live in a Tim Burton house, and it's this really bizarre, almost it's got like a twisted, weird fairy tale quality to
Yeah.
it.
Or like a fucked up funhouse.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
You know
That's
what I find funny is like
It's like Pee Wee's Playhouse on crack or off crack. If you took the crack away from Pee Wee, this is what you get.
LSD.
I almost think that they didn't know how to make a movie about a white rapper
right.
for white
Right.
people.
Yeah.
Like they just didn't know. Because House Party makes sense. Two kids have a house party. They rap, they dance, they have a great time. Cool as Ice could very easily be just as fun as that movie.
And all the other ones
Totally.
Hijinks.
took place in like the ghettos. It was all street.
Sure, right.
Right.
Whereas like
Yeah.
he's not street. So
He's
what do
from
we do
Middle
with
America.
him?
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know where he grew up. I know he's from Miami, but like have it take place in Miami. It could be fun, silly. He steals his dad's car. and
Florida man.
Something crazy happens, and he meets
Totally.
a cute girl.
It should have been Spice World.
Because she has a
Should've
shitty
just been
boyfriend.
Vanilla Ice on a tour, having all kinds of hijinks.
His movie should have been License to Drive, but older.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Or
Right? Like he has a crazy
have
friend. They
him
steal a car. They
have
meet a girl.
him show up in the ghetto.
Clark, what are you doing?
Just relax, Ellen.
This is so dangerous. We have no business being in an area like this.
Well, look at it this way, honey. This is a part of America we never get to see.
That's good.
No, that's bad. I mean, we can't close our eyes to the plight of the cities. This will just make us appreciate what we have. Roll them up.
Or have him show up in
because
the ghetto.
he shows up in a town that's all white people, and
It's
they're
very random.
just
I don't
seeing
know where
another
they're
white
going.
guy.
I don't
He's
know
got
where they're going.
his entourage is
Well,
all
and he
black,
probably had
but-
too much pride back then to admit that he was goofy. So like, but otherwise, like if he hadn't, a comedy that would have been like a good comedy. Drop this white rapper in.
I don't know though. I don't
would
know.
have been like
Potentially. What was that?
most
Jamie Kennedy
Yeah,
movie.
most wanted.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, Malibu's
Malibu's
Most
Most
Wanted.
Wanted.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg.
Right.
It's bigger than
Yeah,
he's the
That's
talking
right.
rat.
I don't.
He plays the talking rat.
I don't know if it was pride. I think he knew what he had, and I think he knew he was gonna, be around only for a short time. So he
Yeah.
just jumped
Maybe.
onto whatever he was.
took
He saw
advantage
his
of it while
sales
he
and said,
could.
"Oh, I better milk this for all it's
Make
worth."
the money where he can
You
make
know?
it.
Who else is going to be throwing $1 million at me?
The people who did Ninja Turtles too. I'm sure that cameo cost him something.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
imagine he got paid behind.
He
that.
had a flip book at McDonald's or Burger King.
That's right. The Burger King.
It bums me out a little bit that he like tried to distance himself so much from what he was, or shits on who he was, because then I might actually feel like he's more authentic.
Yeah, but he's still
If
talking.
He was like, that's
but he'll
just,
still talk about like
it was very
having a
90s
good time
of him
on
to
this
look
movie.
like that.
Yeah, but in terms of this film, he still has he had a great time making it. He said everybody had a good time making it.
It just bums me out.
Now he owns his own construction
the
company.
Vanilla Ices, the Kid
Does he
Rocks
really?
of the
Yeah,
world
he does.
to become rappers, and then they're like, okay, well now I'm famous, and let me go back to being country and fucking dumb as rocks.
But with more money.
But with more money, right?
Did the riff see this with the riff tracks if you want? It does help.
I think that's the only version that we could get right now.
Go rent it.
Yeah.
Right now it's available to rent, but I would.
Yeah, we didn't want to pay money for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
So shall we do the rundown?
Well,
of
let's do the rundown.
Let's do
categories.
All right, so who's starting?
Me.
Derek. Okay.
Favorite scenes?
Kristen Minter on horseback was nice, and I couldn't tell when I was watching it. I'm like, oh, Hot Shots, because the beginning of Hot Shots, Charlie Sheen is riding a motorcycle along a fence where Valeria Galino. Yeah.
I love her.
Gabba Gabba.
Gabagool.
Yo, Gabagool.
Gabagool.
She's Italian.
She's riding the horse.
I know that.
I was telling myself that.
And
Why were you looking at me then when you said it?
Because I felt like it.
I couldn't tell if they stole it from Hot Shots or Hot Shots stole it from was spoofing this.
Hot Shots is after this.
Right? No, they both came out in '91.
Oh wow!
So I'm like, did they share a producer maybe?
Yeah,
I don't
shared
know.
a set crew.
Wow.
And other than her riding the horse, because that's a beautiful thing.
A chicken and a horse.
I liked the scenes at the strange repair shop that looked like Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Oh Jesus, I hate that shit.
They're eating like colorful eggs.
Yeah,
And
just weird architecture and. It was like one big giant Lydia Dietz sculpture,
Really
architecture.
is.
It's like what she wanted her
it's
house
my
to
art,
be.
and it's dangerous.
Yep.
They're gonna die like this.
If you insist on scaring people, do
it with your art.
sculptures. and they're making breakfast, and they got giant like carrot top props with salt shakers, and you just got this music. Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
Going on.
Because I made the joke that it was a giant salt shaker, and it turned out to be a giant salt
Yeah,
shaker.
you thought it was a perspective.
I did,
right?
like they did in Top Secret with the huge
right.
phone. When the
Yep.
guy gets up and the phone is huge.
Yeah, I remember that. You were like, oh, look at that. And oh, it is a giant. That's this movie, man.
Seen it.
So this was a movie. This was somebody else's movie, and they were like, "Yeah, Vanilla Ice, you could just be in it." Yeah. This was a movie. For
I think
somebody else.
I think the
It's somebody
casting
else's
crew
movie.
wandered by this set from another rejected Tim Burton film and said, "Oh, we're going to use this."
Somebody else.
What about you? What was your favorite?
I'm going with yours, man.
Yeah?
'Cause she was the
Oh,
best
that's
thing
right.
about the
Yeah, she
movie.
really was.
I couldn't stand watching it. And honestly, we watched this last week, and I watched it. This was the first time watching it. I'm having a tough time recalling anything good about this movie. I'm having a tough time recalling anything about this movie.
Because you slept through half of it.
Maybe.
You're definitely asleep.
We were going to throw shit at
As
you.
someone
but
who sleeps during movies, I can tell when somebody.
yeah,
else is
Tito was
sleeping
awake
through
for
a
this
I was like,
whole
oh, Brian
movie.
fell
You were
asleep. Good
you
for
were
you.
asleep.
You stayed for the whole thing.
Tito was awake for
Wow,
the whole
so it
film.
was my
I
turn
was
this week.
shocked.
Yeah, maybe that's why. So, whatever Derek says, I'm going to just ride his coattails for the rest of the show because I really don't remember much of this movie.
That, sir, is cheating.
Yes.
All right.
And I don't have the fortitude of Tito to go back and watch something that really sucks twice,
It's true. It's true. It doesn't.
like Tito did with Manos last week.
I know. I only
You
watched the
deserve
parts
a
that I
medal.
didn't watch. Thank you. I do deserve a medal. for
See,
that
he made the
fucking
commitment,
trash.
Brian.
I know.
I feel like the April Fool's joke has been on me this entire time.
Yeah.
Not the studio audience.
We're getting back at you for January, man. You know?
Oh, January was good.
Yeah.
By comparison,
Yeah.
I
Comparison.
I really like the opening scene a lot. I like the song. I think it's
Naomi
catchy.
Campbell.
I like all the dancing that's happening in
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
I love
Bobby Brown. I
dancing.
remember Bobby Brown. I did
Oh,
like
Bobby
Bobby Brown.
Brown's looking
It was
fly.
It's such a direct CNC Music Factory ripoff.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah, I don't mind it because
Again,
the rest
steal.
of it
I know.
is-
Steal from the best.
The rest of it is just not entertaining to me.
Yeah.
But that opening scene is very.
It was a cool
entertaining.
club.
and I like a lot of
was.
the dancing is fun. And I didn't know Naomi Campbell could sing. She's doing a pretty decent job. The song is catchy. It sets up like, oh, this could be fun, and then it just turns to shit. Where's that nightclub in relation to wherever the fuck they end up? I don't even understand. How long
I have
have they
a
been
How long
theory
through the
about
night
that.
did they ride?
I got a theory about that.
You do.
I'm saving that for my
Oh,
sequel,
okay.
though.
Oh.
I got a theory about this whole movie.
You got a favorite scene?
And that is going to
I
put it
can't wait
into
to hear it.
perspective.
I feel like he's gonna David Lynch it.
No, I'm not going to David Lynch it. Trust me. I got a whole theory about this movie.
This movie was better in the future.
That
You're right, though.
top that you love will come back in style.
You're right, Tito. Like the excitement that it does. It sets the mood, and it's like,
It's
oh,
fun.
this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh wow, yeah, the '90s. This was fucking. I loved this. This was great. And then it like just immediately turns on its head. Just like.
Then you're like, yeah. Oh. Oh.
I
I almost actually went with the desert scene also, but I rewatched the desert scene and I realized it sucked.
No, the desert scene's
So it's not
god awful.
Oh,
so that's not a favorite scene of mine. What do you got over there?
I
I'm
got the
sorry.
same thing you have. I love that opening.
Great opening.
Embodies everything I loved in the 90s
Naomi
at
Campbell.
that time. Naomi Campbell smoking hot in that film. She sounded great. I wanted her more in the movie and
Didn't get it.
didn't get it. I didn't get anything this opening promised me, but it's a great opening. In it of itself, it's awesome. It's a lot of fun. Even Vanilla Ice sounds good in it.
I like that she was what they used to give this movie street cred.
Yeah, totally.
They were like,
'Cause
oh, we'll
they
bring
couldn't
in
get
Naomi
anybody
Campbell.
else.
I don't remember if I remember it being Naomi Campbell when I was a kid. I just remember really liking the hook. It's a good hook. It's a very good hook.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, you can't really fuck it up. So a good, Naomi Campbell just had to sing it. It's catchy. He's making all the words rhyme. It works.
Jumping
I think that song
around.
works.
Sharper than the tip of a nail or something like that. Like
Sharper than the tip of a nail.
I would think that the soundtrack did okay because the song. I remember hearing the song a lot.
I just
when
like
the
this
movie
song.
came out.
The
It's a catchy song.
everything else in this movie, like there should have been catchier stuff, and it wasn't.
Well,
that
at least one or two more catchy songs.
everybody, Black Box.
Oh, that's right.
That shows up in
but
it, and that's
yeah.
But that's
Vanilla
not
Ice
him,
songs, sure.
Yeah.
But the other 2 or 3 songs he does in the movie are just
forgettable garbage. Like when he's
like the rest of his album.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like the nightclub scene. Oh, not the nightclub scene. Where
I
they
call
go
it the
dancing
nightclub
in that
scene,
club,
too.
and they got this band
Oh, God,
that's
that was
boring
so
the
awful.
shit out of everyone.
Yeah, they just take over.
And they take over, and everybody randomly falls in love with them,
Yeah.
even though it's the wrong crowd. It's the,
People's choice.
Yeah. And the guys on stage are like Revenge of the Nerds looking people. It's like people who sing that kind of music that you're making fun of, they don't look like that.
Yeah.
They don't.
I wasn't even sure what kind of music they were making.
I think they were trying to make fun of grunge. I think grunge was starting to kick in.
Yeah, it was.
In the early 90s.
Yeah, it was.
And I
Seattle,
think I think they were attacking the grunge.
It's not very good, though.
No, it's terrible. They failed miserably.
Oh, yeah.
No, Vanilla Ice needed a wrangler. He needed somebody to wrangle him in. The
Jeep
writers-
Wrangler.
Jeep Wrangler. Such a dad joke. Such a dad joke. A Jeep Wrangler.
You got
Here
any
nice
comes
scene that
Wrangler.
you really like?
He's
Derek, least
No?
favorite scene.
No, it was the same one. He said.
No, yeah, no.
No, I said any
similar.
other scene that you really
I mean, I
liked
agree
that
with
just
Brian. The girl's nice to look at, and
girl's nice to look at, yeah.
I don't know why I find the gangsters to be hilarious.
Yeah, they're very
Because
silly.
I like
They're
Jack McGee.
cops, right? Are they supposed to be cops or are they supposed to be gangsters?
I thought they were gangsters.
No, I thought they're corrupt cops.
They're corrupt cops.
Oh, corrupt cops.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he
I didn't
like
pitch.
turned on him or something.
Oh, okay.
Turned
that-
him in.
What do you guys something about a chestnut, right?
Yeah.
An old chestnut.
Another thing that I liked too was I did like his.
That's a lie.
I did like Vanilla Ice's friends there, Deezer D.
Oh, Deezer
and-
D.
Oh, the crew.
Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah,
but they were
Good.
wasted. They ended up just
They
staying
just
with
hung out
those,
at the-
those
yeah.
two old people in that weird ass house, and they did nothing except
Yeah.
just sit around for the rest of the
It
movie.
would have been better if all of them had gone on some sort of adventure.
I
with a
agree.
point.
Yeah.
I agree.
But they do just hang around
They
with
do.
two old crusty people.
Yeah.
Who's are taking the whole movie to fix Deezer's bike.
Mm-hmm.
He DJs him that scene though.
He
when they go to the
does. He
club,
does. Then, yeah.
he goes
Deezer D.
Can you put it together with quickness?
Yo, where's my bike at? Oh my god. Yeah, I
Hated
like
scene over there.
Hated.
hated it.
I mean, there's a lot. I put pretty much every time Vanilla Ice opens his mouth. At the
Yo,
begi-
you hit pretty good
No, because
for a girl.
at the beginning of the film, I was like, "Damn, yeah, this was the pinnacle of cool in the '90s." and then I immediately felt so embarrassed about that every time he spoke. I don't know how we thought this stuff was cool. I'll chalk it up to not knowing any better, but it all just comes off so stupid and foolish now. And
We all have
he's
that.
just such he's a total douchebag to her. He just treats her like shit. And
Well, he almost kills her.
Right. Well, and the whole idea of him keeping her little black book thing away from her.
Oh, yeah.
She needs it for school, and he just keeps fucking playing games.
Yeah.
He's just not tough. He's not tough at all.
No.
I could see
Not-
fucking
not
Troy or
threatening.
Chip or whoever the fuck the guy was that drives the car.
Oh, it was Dick.
Nick. Yeah, Nick.
Better known as Nick the Dick.
Nick the what?
The Dick.
He called him Dick
Yeah.
because that's how brilliant Vanilla
I could
Ice
see
is.
him kicking his ass.
Yeah.
He's not tougher than the people in this town.
You failed though.
Yeah.
You all did.
You failed.
Thanks, Dick.
Not tougher than Leva.
Not tough.
Brian?
I didn't like any of the scenes with the old couple.
No.
No, I
Same.
didn't. No, it
Same.
was stupid.
Yeah.
It was absolutely stupid.
They
Like I said,
stopped
it was
to just do the shtick.
like,
yeah.
it was like Pee Wee's Playhouse, and it was dumb.
Alvin, David.
Yep.
Get some rest,
And it was what, Dodie Goodman from Grease?
Yeah, and
She was-
and
oh my God.
I know her as Miss Miller.
Miss Miller.
From what?
I want Alvin.
The Chipmunk Adventure.
Yeah.
Ever see the movie?
no.
Chipmunk movie?
Yeah.
She and then she's on, and she ends up on the show too. She's kind of like the Dave
Oh,
of the
yeah. For the Chipettes.
for the Chipettes.
Yeah.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah, she's got this
Oh, I
big
didn't know
puffy hairdo and
My least favorite scene is Vanilla Ice at the malt shop, slow rapping The People's Choice and dancing with Kathy.
yeah.
I like that
Jesus,
scene at
I
all.
forgot about that one.
Yeah, me
I
too.
didn't like it. I didn't like the song.
I
he
think I was awake for
rapping.
that one, and I didn't like it.
That was terrible.
I forgot that
It
was a malt shop.
No, at that nightclub. I don't want to call it a nightclub because it's not a nightclub, so I call it the
It's
malt
a
shop.
hangout.
Yeah.
It's a hangout.
This is the closest I could come up.
Meanwhile, in the
the
1950s.
the club, the kids club, or whatever the fuck they call it.
The Buddy Holly.
It's the Kids Incorporated place.
Yeah.
It's like a VFW, right?
It is.
It's kind of a
It
VFW.
totally looks like that. Yeah.
It doesn't serve booze.
Yeah.
It's for kids.
It's the Portuguese club.
Yeah, they just rent out a hall on the. Yeah. But I didn't like that song, "The People's Choice." I
Yeah,
think it's
that-
called. It's weird. He's weird. It's fucking. It's all weird. You got a scene for that?
I got Vanilla Ice and Kathy, wickety Athy, frolicking through the construction site. This not only goes on for 10 minutes straight,
Yeah.
it's got a horrible song, and it stops what motion this movie does have, because it does have a plot at some point. It pops up like a gopher every now and then. It's like, the story, I'm here, I'll back down. But
Oh, you're
this-
ignoring me? I'll go
yeah,
away
I'll
now.
see you later. Here's some more dancing. But this scene just goes on, and it's so stupid. This is supposed to be their first romantic "I'm in love with you" moment, and it's in a fucking construction site.
Spraying him with a hose.
Yeah,
They're chasing each other around
in
the fucking
dirty
frame of a house.
water puddles.
Yeah.
Think of the
Why couldn't she be
tetanus
chasing him
shots
around with like one of those pneumatic nail guns? That would have been cool. Now we've got a movie.
She's teaching her how to dance.
Oh yeah, that.
She's teaching her how to ride a motorcycle.
read and write.
She's dropping a bucket of hammers on him.
He takes his shirt off. She keeps hers on.
And what's weird is there are these beautiful locations, these fields that they shoot to every now and then for some exterior shots, and it's like, but why not there?
Nope.
Are you trying to create a
Do you know
romantic...
how romantic construction sites are, Mark?
They aren't at all. You know what I think of? I think of Lethal Weapon 3, the bad guy, when you first meet him and he's got the construction site going, buries one of his henchmen in cement. Anybody know what I'm talking about? That's all I can think of. I don't think romance when I think construction sites.
No, nobody does.
No,
except Vanilla Ice.
And maybe CNC. But other than that.
That's French fucks.
No, sorry.
That's okay. What would you change? Who would you change, Derek?
Oh, so much.
So much.
Vanilla Ice for one. I would. Yeah, he's just awful. I would have made the main character in general. Like I would have made him actually cool, so that it would match the name of the movie, and someone I could see a hot normal girl wanting to get with, because it's not very believable.
No.
I like that. What's a hot normal girl?
A girl that goes to college.
Yeah,
because
girl
she's
goes to
normal.
college.
Such things.
Her whole thing is
Yeah.
it's a girl that goes to college. She dresses like what?
Like
Like
a-
a girl next door.
Yeah.
She's not promiscuous.
To every girl.
Yeah.
She seemed like she was looking to get busy.
The
Well,
more
she's
time
repressed.
she
That's
spends
the problem.
You
with
think
the
so?
ice.
I think that her and Nick had something probably going on.
Nick had
Or-
nothing.
Oh, I don't know what
Nick had
if
nothing.
it was. It
Nick was
wasn't
the eunuch.
consensual because He
from
had,
Munich.
I think it was.
He had rapist written all over him. That Nick guy.
No, I think
I think it was after the kid.
Get in the car.
It was after the
it was
little
after
brother.
the little brother?
I think
Oh,
so.
my God.
The brother with all those shirts on.
Brother from another
With
mother?
every fucking
So
scene,
many layers.
So many layers. Of
But that's how
shirts.
it was. Because you know what? He wasn't one of
Popping
those.
the collars?
He wasn't one of the neon like street kids.
No, he was on his way to
Nor,
grunge.
us normal suburban kids, that's what we did. It was layers. It was. I mean, I never did the collared shirt underneath
I
those
couldn't
shirts,
do that.
but
I
like
don't have colors.
I used to have like 2 T-shirts and a.
I got 2 T-shirts and a microphone.
And that's where it's at. I used to dress in black T-shirts with like movie shit on them and jeans.
Well, oh gee,
yeah.
really? That's a
Wow.
lot's
Yeah.
changed.
Familiar.
Damn.
You've really changed with the times.
No, I don't change at all. It's
Roll with the
pathetic.
changes.
Time to grow up, Mark.
That's what Sarah keeps telling me. I paid a bill yesterday. Does that help?
Yeah. it's
Hey,
fun.
all
Get you
right.
closer.
What was the bill for,
Closer.
though? Yeah.
I am so smart. SMRT.
Yeah, I would.
Scene?
I thought it was who would we change?
Oh, no. What would you change?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Where?
Where am I? Yeah, like Derek, I'm going to change Vanilla Ice. He is terrible. He's not a leading man at all. He cannot carry a movie. He cannot
Zero
carry
appeal.
a tune.
In a bucket.
He's awful. I would change him. We need a
He
new
is
leading man.
just
He
awful.
was the Machine Gun Kelly of the 90s.
Oh.
Yes, absolutely. Oh.
Yeah.
We're gonna get back
Yeah.
to that. We're gonna
Yep.
get back to that.
We're coming back to
Trust
that.
me.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Derek's got a plan
He does.
To come back to it.
to come back to it.
That's the plan.
We can't hear it. There's no time to explain.
Put a pin in it.
There's always time to explain. All right.
Tito.
I'm going the story. And while we were talking earlier, like License to Drive with Vanilla Ice in it, I think could be a fun movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And whoever his cohorts are, they can be part of the fun too. And they just
Road
have
trip
fun.
movies are always fun.
Yeah, they just have fun and they do silly shit, and he falls in love and he chases after her, he does something stupid, and then
Yep.
drugs. And then, it could have been very straightforward, and I don't know what they cooked up here, but yeah, the story. I don't mind Vanilla Ice so much if you give them something a little funner.
I would replace Michael Gross. This is a huge distraction, and I just get sad to see him in this movie. I like Family Ties. I like Michael Gross. I'm a big fan of him in Tremors. Yeah. I see him in this, and I cry. Because I know he's not having a good time doing this movie. I don't know
It's
why.
a paycheck.
And you thought Craig
It's a
Robinson was doing
paycheck.
bad.
Was he getting divorced around this time? Maybe.
Who
Did
knows,
he
maybe.
need to pay a lawyer or two?
Lost a bet? Anything's
Lost
possible.
a bet to Vanilla Ice?
Yeah. Oh, maybe.
Sha-la-la-la.
Yeah. Yeah. And if they had to have Michael Gross, it had to be without the beard and the mustache.
Yeah.
Where
Which
he looks
makes
like
him look
such
like
a little
a
wimp.
pedophile.
Yeah, like a wimpy.
He looks
Yeah.
good with the beard, right?
He looks tough with the
He
beard.
looks good
He's
with
in
the
witness
beard.
protection. He had to get the
That's-
beard.
yeah.
Oh,
Witness
He started
protection.
off tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not a father you root for
He used to
because
look
of
like
that
Serpico.
look.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you look at him and you're like, he's like, stay away from my daughter. Or, oh, that was, what's her, Tracy wondering why, no, that was Mr. So-and-so who wonders why his daughter couldn't be as sweet as Kathy could be. And the way it's like, it's creepy. You need a beard at least. So you look more like the dad from Family Ties, and I could buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
that
my
dad would be a
that was
lot
my-
cooler. He'd invite Vanilla Ice in and try to talk to him.
Right.
Yeah, like
Let me
yeah.
set you
Try to
straight,
connect
son.
with
Yeah,
him.
look, buddy.
You try to connect with them. It wouldn't be one of those.
Many
I
people
think he's
have
working
only
with the bad cops. Apparently, they make these kids into cops, and they work with the older cops. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, it doesn't.
He's undercover. He's trying to blend in with the urban crew.
You know what
He's
I
a
like?
little out of touch.
You know what I do like about his character in the movies? That he
Hey,
doesn't-
fellow kids.
At the very least, he doesn't stereotype the black guys.
That's true.
He leaves
doesn't.
them out of it. He's
No,
like,
that's
this
true.
this guy is the worst. He's working with these guys.
I
Stay away from him.
expect it from those
Yeah.
African Americans.
Yeah, those guys, we're
but
gonna stay
a
away from
white
these guys.
fellow.
We're gonna stay
Something's
away
wrong.
from these guys.
No, that might make it worse, actually.
No, I think the movie intentionally is
No,
trying
yeah.
to like, let's leave these guys. That's why they spend so much time at Dodie Goodman's house.
Hanging out with the old white people.
Well, because they're the most relatable. You see
probably
bre-
the safest place
You
for
see
them to
the
be.
sandwiches those people were making in there. You know.
That was the safest place in town.
I shouldn't have said those people.
At night.
That's
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
The old people?
yeah, yes,
the
the
old-
old
older
people. The old
couple.
people. Thank you, Tito. I'm going to bring up another scene that I hated. now that I think about it, is when they first introduced the family.
Yeah.
It's this weird ass music video
Mm.
where they play it super
Oh,
fast
that's right.
and keep repeating shots of them doing
It
things.
gave me a headache.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the cinematographer had a seizure and they just kept it in there. Some
there
shit.
some
Speaking of
narration happening
cinematographer,
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Thank you.
this was Zygmunt.
I forgot
Freud?
his name.
Sigmund
No, no.
No, the mother would have had more to
Hold
do
on.
with the movie if that were the case.
Ziggy Stardust?
Ziggy Stardust. No,
No, I have it somewhere. Janice Kaminsky.
Thank you. Thank you.
Giannis?
Yeah, an early
Giannis.
project of
Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Janusz Kaminski, who worked a
Janusz
lot with
Kaminski.
Spielberg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you gotta
Later on in life.
Yeah, later. Yeah, this was
So-
an early
This was
project
early on.
after.
Yeah, it wasn't Schindler's List
No.
to this. No.
That's right.
Right.
She was trying some
But when you
things
think
out.
Schindler's List was only like, what, 5 years after this movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, God damn.
You got to get a start somewhere.
I
right?
guess.
We'll
It used
get
to
to
be
him.
Shithouse.
We'll get to him.
It used to be it's a good shit. To get your start somewhere, you had to go to either Roger Corman or Vanilla Ice.
I
Apparently.
guess.
Yeah.
It's like having to work at either McDonald's or Burger King. You know? Everybody starts there and then
Yep.
gets real jobs.
Whoa. Wait,
mean-
hold on. Let's not compare Roger Corman to trash. We can bash Vanilla Ice, but that's my boy.
You're drawing a line. So,
Thank
in
you.
the sand? Okay, that's fair.
I'm drawing a line in the gabagool.
The gabagool.
The gabagool.
The mortadell. I think I flipped these two last time. So is it award for or
Yeah.
things that might not work today?
What
either
are you
one.
doing in this movie is next.
Okay, award for what are you doing in this movie?
It should really be everyone, but I guess the answer is a paycheck. But but I was pleasantly surprised by seeing the voice of Miss Miller from the Alvin and the Chipmunks, Jodie Goodman. Every time they were so random, they were such random characters, Roscoe and May. But every time like I saw her on screen or I heard her talk, I was just like,
Yeah, she's got.
it made me happy. It took me out of the movie and was like, it's okay, it's all right. This is a good thing from the '90s.
There you go.
So.
And Grease fame. I don't remember her character.
Yeah, I don't remember her in Grease either.
She was like the,
the den mother
like
for
the
the
principal's-
jackets.
She was
like
the
the
principal's
principal's
assistant.
assistant.
Oh,
She was
okay.
the one that would always like do the xylophone when the
Xylophone.
principal would make the announcement.
yes.
Yes. that was
Yeah,
her.
and
Okay.
like as the movie went on, she was like losing more and more of her mind because like isn't her bra on the outside of her shirt at one point? Or is that Grease 2? I forget.
It might be. Grease 2 has better songs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, who is it that likes Grease?
I like Grease 2.
Two.
better
Okay,
than
I
Grease.
knew it was one of them.
And I like Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, who
Got
does?
better songs. You got what are you doing in this movie?
Yeah, I'm going with let's pick Michael Gross.
Michael Gross?
Yeah, he's the easy picking here.
He's the easy.
He is. I mean,
The low fruit on the tree.
he's a much better actor. He deserves much better than this piece of shit.
Yeah. I'm going Michael Gross also.
That was mine too.
Yeah, I had
Michael
a
Gross.
couple of shout outs to Jodie Goodman and
Yeah.
Naomi Campbell was very odd to see her in a movie.
Well, and we saw.
Well, I kind of get why her though. You know, why she would do it. I don't see why.
I
Michael
mean, I
Gross
didn't know
would
she
do
could
it.
sing.
And didn't we realize that there was some chick from Criminal Minds, right?
From
Or
Criminal Minds. Catherine
Catherine
Morris.
Morris.
She
Oh.
plays Jen, yes.
Yep.
She is in.
Oh,
Cold
okay,
Case?
one of the friends.
She's in
Cold Case.
Cold Case.
Not Criminal Minds. Sorry.
Criminal Minds,
Oh, it
Cold
could be Criminal
Case.
Minds.
Yeah.
Close enough.
CNC Murder Factory.
CNC murder factory.
Now we're talking.
Everybody gone now.
Minority Report. I don't remember her in that. She's in a couple of.
She was in Mindhunters, which was good, with Val Kilmer.
AI. She's in Mindhunter.
Have you seen that one?
Minority
Being a big
Report?
Val
That was
Kilmer
a video
fan?
game, wasn't it? Was that the
Mindhunters?
video game one?
No.
Mindhunters? No.
He was like it's a CIA class or something, FBI type class.
Oh, was LL Cool J in that
Profilers.
movie?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they were like serial killer profilers, and it was like you were supposed to solve it, and they all start actually dying.
Yeah.
The chick from the Mummy's in it, and
Oh, Rachel Weisz.
no, the Anaxunamun.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Never saw it. Mindhunters. I just
Mindhunters. Yeah.
No, I was
Yeah, I
thinking of the new Netflix show.
Oh no.
Let's go watch that.
Well, Mindhunters.
Mindhunters instead of talking about this.
Okay. Well, that'll wrap it up, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, I won't lose sleep over this one.
Things that might
Rawhead is
not-
one thing, but
Oh boy.
That movie sucks. Things that might not work today.
you
Derek.
suck.
He's just a total chauvinist and fake tough guy. I don't think that would.
Yeah.
And nowadays, a '90s white kid trying to be street just would get his ass kicked.
He would.
He would get his ass kicked so fast and end up ridiculed online. There'd be videos of it. They'd be posting videos of them getting kicked.
That would be a viral TikTok.
Right, exactly.
That's a tough one. What wouldn't work today? Because there's so much in this movie that doesn't work.
Didn't work then.
It didn't work then. It doesn't work now. Yeah, Derek's right.
You really are.
I am, because I mean, honestly, I guess I did sleep through more of this movie than I thought I did.
Definitely did.
Thank you, Tito. Wow. Tito's getting tired of being picked on for sleeping through movies, so he's going to jump all over me.
He's like, it's cool, man. Fall asleep. I'm okay with that.
I had the big comfy chair.
If you get tired, you should fall asleep.
I get tired of that movie really quick, apparently.
If you fall asleep to tonight's movie, though, we're going to punch you in the wall. So.
Yeah. No, I'll stay awake for this one.
Sorry.
I'm going to pick that the old people should have been in a home.
Oh my God!
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, those people should not have been allowed to live on their own. I think. I don't think that would fly today.
Maybe they were on part of a program.
How's
you don't
that?
know, an assisted living.
Oh,
program.
a program.
Yeah.
What kind of program is that?
Well, he's a mechanic. If they lock him up, then who's going to fix the cars of the town?
Did you see how he fixed shit, Derek? Did he really fix anything?
Not very quick.
He had a 3-foot salt shaker, for Christ's sake.
Poor Chezzy. Why don't you let us look at it? We're the best around.
I like that guy's voice.
Oh,
I like both their voices.
They were the same.
They were the same.
They were probably dubbed by the same woman that dubbed the little girl's voice in Manos.
I'm going out for a swim.
I have a thing that doesn't work for me today. Vanilla Ice pinstriped overall shorts, baseball hats with polished steel plates affixed to them, and stalking.
Yeah.
Just doesn't work for me today.
Yeah.
With him stalking Kathy.
Stalking shouldn't have worked back then either.
No.
He's jumping over fences. He's climbing in windows. He just appears in her bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He's climbing in your windows.
That's creepy. You here.
Like a naked couple popping out of a closet in a magic
Yeah,
show?
like a goddamn magic show. And she's loving it, dude. The dude's standing there where she's like, oh, hey.
Which is total bullshit.
It's like Stockholm
come on
syndrome.
in.
She's open-minded. She's
Come
got
on
that.
in.
She's
And
got
the
that
kids- and
picture
the
of the
kid comes
butt
in and
on
he's
the
like-
wall. You know, she had that weird ass,
Oh, yeah, the
literally
mural.
weird ass art on the
She's
wall.
been doing things.
Blue
Yeah.
fish. She had lemons, 3 lemons on her dresser for some reason.
I wonder how loud she is because the brother comes in and is like, after you guys are done making sex, can
Yeah,
like,
right. Making sex.
Oh God, that
Did he just say
shit.
making fuck?
Olaf Berserker.
Olaf, metal face.
That's his fucking metal face, man.
Got something that
I was
doesn't
hoping
work
that
for you?
little kid would get hit by a car. I'm hacking me. It didn't
Well,
happen.
they kidnapped him.
I know, but they didn't do enough damage to him.
They tried to
What
kill
do
him.
I have that doesn't work? I'd say the fashion, but I don't think that ever really works. So I go with you guys. Vanilla Ice basically stalking Kathy. It's just not cool. It is cringeworthy. It does not work today. He's not lovable. He's not endearing in any way.
Didn't it seem like he was hitting on her little brother at one point too?
Seemed like he was hitting on everybody.
Yeah.
I'll take you for a ride.
Yeah, exactly. That got a
sometime.
little cringy.
Yeah, he didn't know how to. He had no emotion other than just that cringy delivery.
Yeah.
That's
little
all he knew
smirk.
how to do. Yeah,
That stupid smirk of his.
yeah. Drop that 0 and get with the hero. I mean, that's genius dialogue, though.
Johnny.
Let's be realistic.
Johnny Van. something
Johnny
or other.
Van Ice.
Well, his real name is Rip.
Yeah,
Van
Rip,
Winkle.
Van
Yeah,
Winkle.
I almost called him Rip.
You could call him Rip.
Winkle.
He's related to
Put
Rip.
Brian right to sleep.
It did.
That's for sure.
Sure wish it was for 20 years. I wouldn't have to relive this fucking movie.
Everybody's gonna be like downing caffeine tonight so they don't get ripped on the next show.
That's why I'm drinking the
not falling
Coca-Cola
asleep.
now.
I'm staying awake.
Favorite quote?
I got a couple. I'm gonna go
More
across the
than
street.
one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Really?
across the street and schling a schlong.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
What?
That fucking line.
What the fuck?
Yes.
I forgot about
Like,
that.
Yep.
Does he realize what
That is a great
schlong
line.
means? Like, what, he's
Yeah.
like, schling. Now, does that mean like that makes me think?
I think
fling?
he's gonna throw his dick in it.
Yeah, I know. That's what it sounds like to me.
Right,
Yeah.
like douche.
The old-fashioned way.
And then chilling with Kat, the chick who drives the horse. Yeah, he actually says that. That's a real line. in this
Drives
movie.
the horse.
He's his,
That chick who
and he's
drives the horse.
and he's the cool leader of the group.
Hey, dude, you really shouldn't drink and horse.
He's saying, drive the horse.
Slinging schlongs.
I gotta learn how to drive a horse. I gotta do that.
That was good. Those are both great.
What about Looky Looky in Cat's Black Bookie?
That's slang.
That is. That's slinging some schlong right there.
Slinging some schlong.
What about you, Tito?
Ain't where you're from, it's where you're at.
That sounds like
it's a
that
great
sounds
quote.
like, yeah, that sounds like a Fast and Furious quote.
I liked it even better when Rakim said it the first time before Vanilla Ice stole it and used it in his movie.
Oh, come on. Name one time he's stolen anything.
Or remember, they were all paraphrasing Buckaroo Banzai when he said, no matter where you go, there you are.
Yeah. That's true. I had a couple. Drop that zero and get with the hero, as I already said. I also like D's or D's. Well, that's really great. Really, really great.
Pretty nice.
And my last one is Kathy. When he learns who the girl that he has affection for.
Oh, is that what it is?
Has a name.
That's her name.
And when she
That's
tells
what he calls
him
a boner.
his name, she says, "My name's Kathy." He goes, "Kathy."
Yep.
Like an idiot.
You
That's
hit
the
pretty
first time
good
he'd ever
for a
heard that
girl.
name.
Yeah. And then he immediately that's too much to say. I'm gonna call you Cat.
Which it's unfortunate that Brian has a wife named Kathy.
It is. I'm
Because
going to isolate that sound now. Play it late at night. Kathy.
Whenever anybody says Kathy, I go wickety wickety.
That's going to be my ringtone.
Kathy.
But the weird thing is, I'll put it when my boss calls.
Wouldn't be any weirder than what's in this film.
Exactly.
I can't even call it a film.
Dodie.
Alvin.
David.
Sound like you're doing Davy and Goliath. Davy.
It kind of sounds that
Gee,
way.
Davy.
I'm not mistaken.
To Paris.
You have to.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I want to watch Brian watch this movie. Too.
Fuck off.
David.
Brian.
MVP.
I'll say I almost went with Kristen Minter because she's pretty hot and she took the bullet that was dodged by pretty much every actress in the 90s.
True.
Because everybody turned this thing down. But she was pretty bad in it too. Like the character's clearly not as smart as they try to make her seem. She's so willing to hang out with this dude. So I'm going with Janice Kaminsky because one of the only good things about this movie is the cinematography. The shots in the desert are absolutely beautiful. So he gets the old, you see what I had to work with here award for taking a gigantic turd of a movie and polishing it as best as he could. So I'm going with him.
That's a good one.
That's probably how you pronounce it. Giannis. Not
Giannis.
Giannis.
How do you spell it?
It's Janusz. So I was saying,
with the Z
I was
too?
saying Janice, but
Yeah, it is.
you're probably it's probably Giannis.
Yeah,
you're
Giannis,
probably right.
Giannis Kaminsky.
That's okay. It's RZA and not RZA, by the way. Don't worry.
The RZA.
I always thought it was Riza.
Huh?
Riza.
Razor.
No,
Toka
Mirror.
and Raza.
Razor.
Toka and RZA.
The RZA.
The RZA. Is it the RZA?
The Resurrector.
The Resurrector. Okay, I'm sorry.
No.
I only know him as RZA.
And let's face
Yeah,
it,
RZA,
nobody
RZA.
beats the Riz.
You gotta.
I'm the Riz.
I'm
Nobody
going with
beats him.
Janice too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. I like like you said, the shots in the desert were pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
the
really
fields and
good,
stuff.
man.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the stolen Rakim quote was the MVP of this movie for me.
Well, there you go.
But I like
I think
that
you already
better.
said it though, so you can.
You did.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot because I do really like some of the shots in the desert.
Yeah, and
I
like
think
the
they're really
fields,
freaking
like-
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. It's
And that weird.
overall a beautiful film.
It was like a Dustbuster commercial when they're introducing the family. It's like,
He's reading
like
the
a
paper.
Bissell. It's like a Bissell. Yeah, with the babies running around. That's what it needed. You got MVP over there?
Oh man, my MVP's Vanilla Ice, man.
course it is.
Come on, of course it is. He reminded me that not everything from my childhood has to be revisited or missed. So, but kudos for him for
And yet
coming
here we
back.
are.
Here we are talking about this movie, giving me something to talk about, and to basically own up to making this movie and the mistake that it was and how embarrassing it was. And I got to give him credit for not trying to pull anything like, oh, well, at the time I was making this movie, or, oh, the real reason is, like M. Night Shyamalan tried to do with The Happening. That's a whole other story. But he owns up to it and says, yeah, I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but I made money and fuck it. So I got to admire the man for that, and I do.
All right.
I'm not saying you guys have to, don't worry.
I won't.
And judging by your looks, I'm not worried one bit. And again, you're welcome.
Does it make your rotation over there?
No.
What were we gonna say?
I guess I would.
Yeah.
I would watch it again.
Yeah, you'd watch it again.
For shits and giggles.
You're gonna watch it again. You know,
If
you
I
don't
needed
know
to fall
now. You're
asleep.
gonna watch it again. Something's inside your brain that one day is gonna make you watch it again. Maybe not today.
Brian,
maybe not
is it?
tomorrow.
Does it? No.
When are you gonna watch this again?
Yeah.
Huh?
When are you planning on watching this again?
Or for the first
Me?
time.
Yeah, for the first time.
All the way through. For the first time. It's like the first time.
We
every time.
watched the riff tracks
The riff
version
tracks
of
version,
it too,
yeah.
and I can't believe I fell asleep on it. So I mean, yeah, I don't think it'll make my rotation. Even the riffing.
I was gonna
didn't-
say, would you
didn't-
watch the riff tracks?
But we did watch the riff tracks.
No,
one.
would you watch it again awake? I'm not even being a dick this time because you fell asleep. Like you missed some good jokes. Would you?
Is
go
that
back
an
and-
indictment on Cool as Ice, or is that an
No,
indictment
it's
on riff tracks?
no, it's on
Although
riff
you know, I
tracks.
will say though, it was kind of it got tired in the beginning. They was like they literally pretty much used every lyric from Ice Ice Baby.
Yes, they
as
did,
a joke,
and they had nothing
like
else.
for the whole first 15-20 minutes.
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's what I remember seeing.
And that lulled you to sleep.
Was up exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, it was
Yes.
like a Vanilla Ice lullaby.
It was a funky lullaby.
Maybe I would see it, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to rush to see it. Even if it's riff tracks, it was pretty bad.
You don't have to rush. Your couch is right over there. Man.
No, I know.
It's right there. It does not typically going to make my rotation.
That's a shock.
I might catch it if I was on TV. I might. So I would watch the opening scene.
Yeah.
And then probably change the channel.
Yeah.
Or I might rewind the opening scene and watch it like 3 times.
That works too. You fill up the duration of the movie.
What about you?
The riff tracks does absolutely. This one, not a lot. I'd go back and watch it again if I needed a laugh or bored. But it is a horrible film, and there are many other movies I would rather see first.
Yeah,
I'm sure. I don't know. Something about this.
It speaks to you.
It's hilarious. It's just hilariously awful. Like I've seen awful movies that just piss me off, and I see this movie and I know it's bad, and so I can shut my brain off and go, look how stupid this is. At least I didn't make this, and I feel better.
Fair.
I have a request for the next category. Can we reverse them? Usually we do the sequel first and then post-credit scene.
I don't see why not.
But my post-credit scene sets up the sequel.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
So let's go. If you made a post-credit scene, how would it
So
go?
my post-credit scene would be after subsequently knocking up and leaving Kat, causing her to lose any chance of scholarships or college. Vanilla Ice leaves with a new posse, trying his hand at heavy metal. Raging against the establishment, he goes on the run, attempting to be as hardcore as possible by breaking random windows, kicking vehicles, stealing candy, and running red lights. Setting up the sequel, Cold as Ice.
Oh no, he's bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
He's all kinds of bad. And I even threw in the fact that he did heavy metal in real life. He
That's true.
Yeah, that's
rock,
cool.
rap.
All right.
He forms a band called Vanilla Ice 9 Kills.
Ice,
Yeah.
ice, baby. Did you ever
Vanilla
get that
Ice
picture?
9 Kills.
You ever get that picture?
Oh, no. He never did. And we're gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Brian?
Yeah,
Vanilla Ice would give a picture back to his fan. I know that. To the person who's listening right now, who I know is going to hit me. I'm just saying.
After the credits roll, we cut back to the construction site where Vanilla Ice and Kathy are still chasing each other around. Kathy accidentally does pick up that pneumatic nail gun and gets Vanilla Ice right between the eyes.
You mean like the one Jack
Drops it
McGee
and then
uses
runs
in
away.
Lethal Weapon 2?
Mm-hmm.
Jack McGee, who was
That's the one.
crooked cop number
Well,
one in
here's
this
the
In
thing.
this movie, another
Is
connection.
he wearing the baseball hat with the shiny steel
Yeah.
on it? Because if he is, it might get stuck.
That's right.
It protects his head.
Yeah, that's true. You got to aim for the
He's-
face.
He needs to be Sans hat.
He's as sharp as the tip of a nail. It went right through that shit.
That's real metal, I think.
Oh, of course it is.
Real
It's like,
shiny
But the
it's like
best
Derek.
price.
It's heavy metal now.
My post-credit scene involves Kathy's ex-boyfriend practicing windmills and Thomas flares in an attempt to become hip and win her back.
Nice.
Does it work?
No, it doesn't work because
Okay.
it ends and then we never see a sequel.
Okay.
Because it sucks. But I did create a sequel. What's your end credit?
My end credit is all the snooty white people watch Vanilla and Kathy ride away into the sunset, where they breathe a sigh of relief and say, "Thank goodness all that funky craziness has left our town. Now we can go back to being normal," and then have the Wu-Tang pull up in a car and get out.
I thought they were going to like sacrifice a goat or something.
No.
Yeah, like the whole town
Now
is
we
really
can go
crazy.
back to normal? Yeah, they're all fucking insane.
Thank God he's gone. We can go back to worshiping Satan.
Exactly.
It's all about the greater good.
How can this be for the greater good?
That's what I
This
thought.
movie was weird enough, wasn't it? Although, it had everything else in it. Might as well throw a cult in there. But I figured it'd be funny. Then all the white people could look at the
Get the
camera and be
RCA.
like, "Oh, no," with RCA.
Again. Not again.
Might me to tell you that story one day.
Sequel?
That's
All right.
It's
Vanilla Ice,
sequel.
having stirred up lots of trouble, has found himself in prison. He busts out somehow, probably due to someone else's mistakes as opposed to a plan on his own. And a young rookie cop is hot on his trail. That rookie cop? Frosty Scoops, the abandoned son of Vanilla, who grew up hating his
Frosty Scoops.
The abandoned son.
who grew up hating his father for ruining his mother's life. Forever haunted by the unintelligible gibberish of his father racking his brain night and day, he vows to put his troublesome moron of a father back in the slammer. Cold as Ice, starring Machine Gun Kelly as the son of
Oh,
Vanilla Left
no.
Behind.
Oh, wow. I hope I didn't step on your thunder
all
there,
right.
Derek.
It's good.
Every one of you would watch that movie.
Damn.
Every one of you. Don't even pretend you wouldn't. That's a
Damn.
great movie.
Brian?
No, I don't have it. No, I don't want. I don't want a sequel. I don't want to
The
even
alarm
think of.
clock's
I don't.
goes
I
off
don't want
and
to
wake
think
up.
of more of it. No. No.
Fuck
No. Fuck no. Hell no.
I love when
Tito.
Brian hates
Tito's
a movie.
got one.
It's
I
so
know he
much fun.
does.
All right, I got my sequel involves Johnny's career tanks when he's discovered to be a factory-created rapping robot. His programming malfunctions because he can no longer achieve his prime objective of ruining black culture, and his systems go haywire. The film turns into a Terminator ripoff as Johnny stalks Kathy, attempting to kill her.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And
It's the hip-hop,
Who's Kyle
Terminator.
Reese?
No, it's just Kathy's just. We're gonna have her be badass.
Badass Linda Hamilton
Linda
too.
Hamilton
all right,
part two.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So she's gonna have
She
that
changes. She
black
gets it real
wife
quick.
beater. Oh God, and the hat.
Shotguns.
Oh,
all
that's
that.
hot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
the old guy.
Does Macaulay Culkin play her son?
Or her brother.
Her brother
Like
can be
John
there.
Yeah, her brother can be
Yeah,
there.
no.
Yeah.
He dies. That's my sequel. Yeah.
And all his shirts are taken off his body by Michael Jackson. No. Let me smell them. Let's smell them for the children. That's sick.
I agree.
That's fucking disgusting. I'm sorry.
Mark, what about you? What's your
My sequel, I would have Vanilla Ice wake up and realize the first movie was all a dream, and that in reality, he's a fast food manager who visited the good people at Total Recall and lived out a fantasy. And now it's over, and he decides to try to make it big as a rapper for real, and we get an actual Vanilla Ice biopic. I want to know where this guy came from and why. And the only way to do that is to mesh in some Total Recall. I can see him now
That's
just
good.
walking into Recall and say, "Oh, I want a hot girl. I want a bicycle.
Athletic.
I want to be able to fight martial arts style."
See you at the party, Richter.
Oh, recall.
I want cops.
We both went Schwarzenegger.
We did. This had Schwarzenegger all over.
It's all over.
All
Yeah.
over it. Yeah.
Schwarzenegger is Johnny.
After watching an hour and a half of the Wimpy Hero, you needed a little testosterone in this
Totally.
movie.
Yeah. Stop with the zero and get with the hero.
And get to the chopper.
Get to the bike.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Stick around.
Oh boy.
You know what's best in life? Not watching Vanilla Ice.
See you at the party, Diesel.
And hear the lamentation of his fans.
I was waiting for it.
And that's
So that's
it.
that. That's cool
That's
as ice.
cool as ice. You're welcome, everybody.
Was it everything you wanted it to be, Mark?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And it was everything I expected it to be.
Yeah,
Thank
4
you.
years in the
And
making.
less.
And no, I mean the movie or your reactions.
No,
your
our
reactions were
reactions.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Yep, awesome. And I'm so happy.
Look at him. He's grinning like a Cheshire cat over there. He loves this.
I
He
love
loves
it. I do.
inflicting cinematic pain.
Well, it's over now, right?
It's done now. guys
Never
never have
again.
to watch it again.
Take the needles out of your eyes, gentlemen.
His
Everybody
fatality.
get loose.
It's always.
Play Mystery Science Theater. I was like, oh, I could do that. I could be a mad. Totally. I know a ton of shitty movies. Mwahaha. What's making our geek flags fly?
I saw Air.
nice.
Airs all over the
So I had, I can see it. I'm magic.
Ooh.
I had wanted to see it, but it was going to wait. Siobhan and I went to the movies, and this is what she wanted to see.
What is Air?
It's the story of how Nike landed.
Oh, the Nike movie.
Michael
yeah.
Jordan.
Okay, yeah.
I still haven't seen John Wick 4, D&T, Renfield, but I went along with it. I'm glad I did though. I really liked it. Affleck was hilarious. He wasn't in it enough, but especially considering he played the guy who owned Nike. But I really liked Matt Damon. I don't usually like him. Viola Davis, she's slayed as usual. Yeah, she plays Michael Jordan's mom.
Oh, nice. Who plays Michael Jordan?
No one, right?
No, like they don't really show him. They don't even show his face.
Oh, that's
He's
cool.
like a background character. So
Oh,
Is
he like the guy from?
Do it. They didn't want to show
'Cause
Michael
it's-
Jordan. They
yeah.
didn't want
'Cause
they
it's more-
felt
it's the
nobody could play him.
right.
Yeah.
Who's the character from the Naked Gun movies? The really tall guy that you never see his head. Or
Al.
is
Is
Oh,
it
when
Al?
he like hits the, you got something in
He's
your
on
mouth
the
and
corner
half
and a
of
chicken
the
leg
banana
falls.
hits the
Ted
banana
or
hits
Al.
the
Yeah,
table.
that's all I can think of. All you can see is like a torso. Never see his head.
No, I mean, and it's a good story. I didn't know really anything about it, but yeah, I mean, it was really really interesting, and I'm glad I watched it.
Nice.
And it had an awesome '80s soundtrack, and just like the style of the movie and everything. It was
Who
great.
directed that?
Was it Matt?
Ben Affleck directed?
Was it the two of them?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention to that line. I don't know.
Tina will know.
Tina will know.
I know Nikes were shoes, and I could never afford them.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see this movie.
Well, and I mean, and it really changed the game in general. I mean,
Ben Affleck directed.
Oh,
did
okay.
he? Okay. Michael Jordan was the first athlete to ever get percentages off of the sales of his shoe. All these other guys used to get their own shoes, but they didn't make a penny off of them. They got a salary for like a 3-year contract or whatever, and that was it.
He still makes money off his sneakers.
Yeah, I mean, to this day,
That's
he
awesome.
he makes. They were saying he makes yearly about $400 million just on the sales of the shoes because they're still selling.
Do you know what he could afford? An
Awesome.
entire T-Rex skeleton.
Probably.
I saw in the news today.
Does he own one?
There is a T-Rex skeleton. I can't remember where. Fully assembled, on sale for $6 million.
Oh, I would buy that.
So now
so
I
you're
was,
buy that for
I was
$6
trying
million.
to think of who
Michael,
could
if you're out
afford-
there,
Yeah,
who could afford this T-Rex and Michael Jordan.
Michael could.
Yeah.
Was this the one that was previously owned by Nicolas Cage?
No,
gambles a lot.
I looked for that.
Big gamble.
I think he had
Nicolas
just a
Cage.
skull.
Was it? I knew he had bought a bunch
He
of
had a
shit like that.
skull, but
Got a
this
couple
is-
of castles.
This is an entire T-Rex.
He did
babe.
not know what to do with his money.
Short arms and all. Ow.
That's what you get, fucking around.
What about you, Brian? What's making your geek flag?
So I've been watching the show called Rabbit Hole. It's on Paramount Plus, and it's got Kiefer Sutherland and Charles Dance in it.
Oh, I heard about this.
Really good.
Charles Dance.
It's really good. It not all episodes are available yet. They're dropping it week by week, so they're only up to episode 5 out of maybe 10. I'm thinking, but I like it a lot. It's very like 24-ish, but it's not in real time. It's very espionage-y. It's very shadow conspiracy kind of
That's
stuff.
on Paramount.
Paramount Plus, yeah. The storyline off of IMDb, because it's very tough to vocalize my thoughts about it because there's so much going on even in just 5 episodes. But it says, nothing is what it seems when John Weir, who's played by Sutherland, he's a master of corporate espionage where they get hired to manipulate people's
Right.
opinions on products and stuff, so they fuck over other companies. He finds himself at the center of a shadow conspiracy after uncovering a dangerous plot by a powerful force with the ability to control populations and subvert democracy. He's framed for murder and put on the run, trying to figure out who and what is real in a reality turned upside down. As a man who deals in mistrust and deception, he can only trust his own team of unlikely allies to outwit the enemy with deep ties to his past and who's bent on using our own data against us. It's really cool. Charles Dance plays his dad, who we thought was dead, but then he turns up. So I'm thinking, I told my wife I thought he was going to be the big bad that they call Crowley.
Yeah.
And at one point in episode 4 or 5, he shows up saying he's Crowley, and I'm like, I knew it. But then the guy on the phone says, take a picture of this guy and send it to me. So they send him the guy, the picture of Charles Dance. He says, that's not Crowley. And I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, now I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. So I like how there's a lot of twists and turns. And
nice.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's got a lot more humor than 24 does, but it's not like played for laughs. There's just a lot of incidental stuff that it's good. It's a really good show, and I recommend it. And tonight, as of this recording, The Mandalorian Season 10, the finale for Season 3 has just dropped, and I watched it twice already. And I love it. I love the way it wrapped up the season. I hope there's a Season 4, and I can't wait for more.
Nice.
That rhymed.
Yeah.
The Vanilla Ice is wearing off.
It is,
on you.
yeah.
You just
Whoa,
rapped.
cool as ice.
Yep.
Cool as ice.
Stop, collaborate, and listen.
I did. And that's how I heard
That's
that
going to be the
rap.
title of this episode.
I sure hope not.
Well, that'll give away the fact that it's not 8 Mile.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Stop,
you
collaborate,
can't do
and listen to Eminem. That's what I'll call it.
Tell them now this is what the title would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the actual title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is how we workshop stuff.
Yeah.
You know, this is all going to be put in the outtakes anyway. So.
Of course.
It's too late for them. They've already heard the entire show. It's too
Exactly.
late
That's
for
right.
them
If they
anyway.
made it this far.
Fuck
Yeah.
'em.
I don't know if anybody has. I don't know if any of our listeners have seen this movie or care to.
I might fall asleep listening to the episode.
Maybe. He's asleep right now.
I am. Sleep talking.
Tito?
I haven't seen anything new, but season 2 of I finished season 1 of Yellow Jackets.
Oh,
season 2 just
good?
started.
Season 2 is good.
Oh yeah. So far, it's like 4 episodes in.
So it's being dropped week to week.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
kind of a bummer because I like to, digest
binge.
all my shows
Same.
in one sitting. But it's a really fucking weird. It's getting weirder and weirder every episode, and really interesting and fun. And I like everybody. It's a lot of blasts from the past. Like based on this, it's like a lot of 90s actresses pop up in the show because they're younger versions than they're the now versions of them. So I really like what they're doing with those actors and actresses from my youth.
yesteryear.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun, weird, twisted show.
Cool.
Check it out.
Awesome.
I want to.
I saw Kids vs. Aliens over the weekend.
Oh, I saw a trailer for that.
Yeah,
How's
not
that?
bad. Pretty fun movie. I'll tell you right now, they're going to make more of them, and that's all I'm going to say.
What was this on, Mark?
This is on Shudder. It dropped on
okay.
Shudder, AMC Plus. If you're a fan, I know Tito is. You're the kids on the adventure kind of movie. That is totally this film. It is funny, hilarious, dark, gory, and some jump moments. So definitely a fun film to check out. I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see more because there's some cool shit coming. So stay for the end.
Yeah.
By the way.
Oh, cool.
Stay for
So
the
is it
credits.
end credit scene? All right.
Jeez, everybody's doing it nowadays.
They really are.
I know.
Yeah, I saw a poster for this. It looked really cool, and then I watched the trailer, and the trailer looked fun.
It's really good, really fast paced, fast moving, and short. Short movie,
Yeah?
simple to the point. This is good old fashioned kind of horror.
It's
good
all in Tito's wheelhouse.
Fashion, yeah. Just a fun movie. Don't have to think too much, not too deep. Like a couple of other horror films that I saw recently, but I'm not going to talk about them. Anyway, also, tonight marks the anniversary of the premiere of one of my favorite films of all time. So I just wanted to give happy birthday to Bride of Frankenstein. Woo-hoo. I love this movie. James Whale's epic sequel
That's
to
what that
Frankenstein.
poster's from?
That's what it is.
This whole time, I thought it was something else.
Really? You didn't see the
words? The Bride of
I
Frankenstein.
can't read.
Tito can't read.
I can't
Oh,
read.
Why can't Tito read?
Why can't It's going to be the title of this episode.
And lastly, very quick, don't forget the Halfway to Halloween Monster Expo at the Seaport Marina in Fairhaven, Massachusetts, April 29th and the 30th is happening. Yours truly will be there, as well as a plethora of amazing artists, writers, and vendors, awesome celeb guests celebrating the Ladies' Night, Ladies of Horror theme, including Felissa Rose, Patty Mullen, and I said her name wrong the last time. I'm so sorry, Linnea Quigley.
Yes.
My gal from Return of the Living Dead, Night
You
of
don't
the
even know her
Demons,
name.
awesome. I thought I did.
And Chopping
I was
Mall.
just
We ain't found
so
shit.
off. We ain't found shit. Come check it out. Awesome show. Horror fans, it's worth it. It's so good. So fun. Can't wait. Anything else, guys? All right, then. And that'll wrap it up for this episode of Three Geeky Dads, which is how I wrote it. Three Geeky Dads. For those who are enjoying this month of surprises, thank you. And for those who are not, you only have one more week to go or come back in May. I don't know. We're dads. We can do what we want, and we've earned it. But if you are a fan of these fun themes and want to go back and listen to other zany-themed episodes, such as these, Brian, where can they go?
Hey-oh, they can go to www.3gdpodcast.com. That's www.3gdpodcast.com. And as Mark said, you'll be able to find all of our past episodes there. And you'll also find one-click buttons where you can easily subscribe to us. If you're not already a subscriber, please head on over. It'll be so easy to just smash one of those big shiny buttons and you'll never miss an upcoming episode. Also, there is links to our email. Our social media links are also there. We can be found individually on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And let's see, we also have a link to our Ko-fi page. Our Ko-fi page is where you can...
Oh, I thought you were doing that. Sorry.
I was trying to motion coffee.
What it is.
Tito has it better. He was mixing in the sugar.
That's it. Oh, is that what it was?
I was trying to do thermos.
Oh.
You twist off the top and then you pour from the top.
All of us would make terrible deaf people.
Way too complicated. I just did this. Drink your coffee. Sorry, Brian. Anyway, we have a coffee page.
We have a Ko-fi page there. It's where you can... It's kind of like Patreon, but it's a place where you can make an easy donation to us if you feel so inclined. It would be greatly appreciated because everything donated helps keep the show going. And most importantly, if you could go to our page or wherever you get your podcast, wherever you can, leave a 5-star review and rating, and a review. It helps to drive us up the charts. Also makes it easier for people to find us when they're searching for Three Geeky Dads because the podcast playing field is getting very crowded out there. So that is most important. And especially word of mouth. If you really like the show, tell your friends. Tell your friends to listen. Hopefully they'll enjoy it as much as you do. So I think that's about it. So thank you very much out there, everybody, for listening.
Awesome. Yeah, don't it? It inspires us to be better for you guys. So if you don't like what you're hearing now, obviously not enough people are
I don't even like what we're hearing.
Confidence. Yeah, Brian hasn't liked the last 3 or 4 shows.
No, that's not true.
No, just this one. But that's all right. I don't blame you. Hey, listen, thank you, everyone. And until next time for Three Geeky Dads, I am Mark.
I'm Derek.
I'm Brian.
I'm Tito.
You all are. And we're saying keep watching the skies because word to your mother. Peace. You typing stuff.
Sorry.
Oh, I didn't know if you were still working. I didn't want to start.
No,
if you were still doing stuff.
I can quit at any time I want.
I don't think you can.
I don't have a problem.
Dear Agent Scully, did not appreciate lawyer's tone.
Dear Hair Club for Men, I need help, big time.
Dear Counselor Troy, I waited at Denny's, but you didn't show.
My Grand Slam was supposed to come with sausage.
Peter Criss doesn't want to be Peter Criss. All right, are you ready?
All right, ready.
Let's do it. Let's do it up.
Get this over with.
Let's get this over with. Brian?
Thank you, Mark. So rappers. M&M's the name of a rapper. It's also the name of a candy. That comes in a wrapper. What does all this mean? We don't know. Just bear with us for tonight's appetizer. For tonight's appetizer. Appetizer.
Yeah.
Him.
You said Eminem comes in a wrapper. I had to hold that together too, and I almost did, but then Brian went, yeah, and that was it. I'm sorry, Brian.
Let's pause for the ice machine upstairs.
For
Yeah,
station
sounds like
identification.
Wow.
Kathy's making smoothies, I think.
Oh, fun.
Anybody
Is
want
it
one?
a blender?
Yeah.
What are we smoothing?
Not sure.
Fruit drinks are weird.
You're up, Brian.
Yeah. So Eddie Griffith is Morpheus.
No, not
And-
Eddie Griffith.
and-
No.
Eddie Griffin.
Eddie Griffin.
Eddie Griffin.
Eddie Griffith.
Griffith. Eddie Griffin.
Man, I don't think I actually had the whole album. I think I just had
No, I did.
the single.
100% did not have.
I had
To
this
the
album,
Extreme.
and I got the shit kicked out of me for it, but that's all right.
By who?
Real people who liked real rap. Yeah,
That song, everybody liked that song.
that song.
Ice
not
Ice
that
Baby?
album.
Yeah,
I mean,
everybody.
it had
All right,
some-
stop.
yeah.
Yeah,
Listen, Ice is back with a brand new-
with a brand new edition.
No.
Derek, will it ever stop?
Yo, I don't know.
Well, turn off the mic.
I'll
Oh, turn on the mic.
Turn off
he
the
turns
lights,
off the mic.
and I'll glow.
I don't know.
To the extreme, I
I
walk
got
a
a
mic
mic.
like a vandal.
No,
right
it's
up
to the
stage.
extreme. I got a mind like a banjo.
Yes, hollow.
Oh, that's not it?
No, that's not it.
Yeah.